Thank you, Michelle, the board, and the rest of the YRTTF team, sponsors and friends, and importantly, the young people that are impacted by the work today. And also, congratulations to all the other awardees as well. You deserve this beautiful statue there. Spark, drive, purpose. These are the words we use to describe people who show up for something bigger than themselves. People like you in this room. I grew up with a single mother raising 4 kids. For a long time, that felt normal. It wasn't until I got older that I realized our foundation wasn't just unstable, it was hard. My mother was loving and deeply human. She battled addiction, mental health struggles, and moments when survival felt overwhelming. My siblings and I went through a lot, but here's the truth. We all forgave her. Not because it was easy, but because that journey shaped all of us. And here's what matters most. My mother did the work to heal. She confronted those early battles, turned her life around, and became the best mother and now most incredible grandmother our family could ever have imagined. Her transformation taught me what resilience really looks like. She is living proof that people can grow, change, and become better in the hardest chapters. I wouldn't trade the strength that journey gave for me for anything, but I also know how powerful it was to see someone I love choose healing. That choice shaped the way I led, the way I forgive, and the way I serve. As a youth, after-school programs became my refuge. They gave me experiences I would never have otherwise, like camping, volunteering, snowboarding, leadership training. More importantly, they surrounded me with adults who believed in me. At 20 years old, right after my first child was born, I took a job at the youth center temporarily funded by the Cambodian Mutual Assistance Association. That single opportunity introduced me to professional nonprofit work, and that one door turned into more than 2 decades of service. I spent 13 years at UTech building programs, helping young people gain important life assets like driver's licenses, and becoming the mentor I once needed. None of that would have happened if someone hadn't seen a spark in me before I could see it in myself. Young people I mentored are now leaders, organizers, and professionals. Watching their growth is still one of my greatest joys. Eventually, I returned to the Cambodian Mutual Assistance Association, but this time serving immigrant and refugee families through citizenship, ESL, home ownership, voter education, and disability support. As the youngest executive director, I spent 7 years learning how to lead with accountability, compassion, and courage. Today, I serve as a district representative for our Senate Majority Leader, Lena Gonzalez. Once again, someone saw a spark in me, but this time for public service. For nearly 3 years, I've seen firsthand how powerful government can be when it truly listens to the community. With over 22 years of nonprofit experience, I don't just bring skills, I bring trust, lived understanding, and a deep commitment to building real connections between residents and resources. I am deeply proud to stand here today, and this Icon Award I dedicate to my mother. To the woman who stumbled, fought, healed, and rose. To the woman who taught me forgiveness, perseverance, and unconditional love. To the woman who continued to see the light, to continue to light the spark in me throughout all these years. This honor is yours just as much as it is mine. One of my proudest moments was watching a younger volunteer grow into a civic leader and eventually became the youngest Cambodian American state representative in the nation. That is the power of spark. That is the power of believing in someone early. That is the power of giving people grace while they grow. Throughout my life, someone has always seen that spark in me. First, my mother, even when she was still finding her own light. And now seeing that spark in others has become one of my greatest purposes. And here's what I want you to take with you tonight. Every person in this room plays a role in igniting that spark in someone else. You may never fully know the impact you're having, but it is real and it is lasting. Thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you for believing in youth. Thank you for believing in redemption. Thank you for seeing the spark. Thank you.
Thank you, Silvana. All right, our last